Okay. Good morning. We're all Parmar, sir. Am I audible to you? Now you can unmute yourself.
Hello. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. You are audible, sir.
Okay. I'm Chetan Anand from Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering.
Hello, sir. So I am audible, right, sir?
Yes, sir. Very much. I'm going to make you as a presenter. You can go ahead with your presentation after the introduction of the speaker.
Okay, sir.
We'll commence the session in another 2 or 3 minutes.
No problem, sir. And sir, how many participants we are having?
As of now, there are 35 of them logged in the first session. And at the end of every session, we are ending the meeting to generate the reports. We are expecting them to re-log in now.
Okay, fine, sir. No problem, sir.
Okay. Sudhamana?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible. Can we start?
Yes, sir.
Right. Can you please go ahead with the introduction of the speaker?
Yes, sir. Good morning, one and all present here. It's my privilege to introduce today's session 2 speaker, Mr. Viral Parmar. He's a cybersecurity researcher, and the motto given is very interesting: no hacking, but no hacking. Viral Parmar sir is a serial entrepreneur who runs ComExpo Cybersecurity Foundation, a non-profit organization in India. He's a developer advocate, productivity hacker, open source strategist, technology evangelist, community license, international tech speaker. There is a list going on. He's a cybersecurity researcher by profession and open source enthusiast working in the field of information security from last 6 years with expertise in cyber crime investigation, cyber law, public key infrastructure, social engineering, OSINT, web app presentation testing, digital forensic, data protection, intellectual property rights, and privacy policies. He found several vulnerability in 200 plus well-known websites like Intel, GTPL, BCCI, Colors TV, Encyclopedia, Your Story, and solved more than 500 cases of cybercrime and online frauds. He became well known because of his research on cyber disorder and who is spying on you. He started a world's biggest privacy awareness campaign named Logout to aware people about privacy and security. And till now, he has given 700 plus seminars and workshops in 1000 plus organizations, including Gujarat Technological University, Raksha Shakti University, Nirma University, Maharaja Sayoji Rao Gaikwad University, Ganapati University, Nirma University, CU Shah University, PDPU, that is Pandit Deen Dayal Petroleum University, Kadi University, DIICT Gandhinagar, CRPF and BSF Border Security Force, also invited in international conferences like MOSFest 2017 in London, DevConf 2018 India, 614 Con 2008 USA, CryptoRave 2018 Brazil, OSAL 2018 Albania, LISA 2018 USA, PyBytes 2018 India, DevTalks 2018 Romania, PyTexas 2009, Besides OK 2009, DevConf 2009, DevTalks 2009 Romania, DevConf 2019 India, Pi Thailand 2019, Pi Indiana 2019, PyCon 2019 Nigeria, Geek Camp 2019 Singapore, Liberty JS 2019 Philadelphia, Amazon Community Summit London 2019, B-Sides Columbia 2019. He is working with Mozilla Foundation from last 5 years as a Mozilla rep, also a mentor in Mozilla Open Leadership Project and coach in Sprint 2018, where his focus was advocate privacy and security, encouraging them to start their own open source projects and mentoring them from ideation stage to the community ready. Coached lots of international open source projects, helped them to make their project better and more open to get more contributor and engagement, presented more than 100 sessions on Mozilla's project and technologies all over the world while working with privacy advocacy, L1019 project on Pontoon, Rust, WebVR. The list is endless, and today we have the session from Viral Parmar on vulnerability assessment and exploitation. We welcome you, sir, for the session. Over to you, sir, Viral sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for a brief introduction, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Just give me a second. I'll share my screen. Yes, I hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Great. So actually, I don't have too much to share on my presentation. Mostly, I have one or two demos, good demos that will be surely help you out as per the theme of the workshop, the 5 days workshop. And yeah, so just giving some for the introduction session. Sorry, for introduction perspective. I'll quickly go through about few things. That okay, before starting my session, I would like to ask you guys that what kind of content that is already covered. So I won't replicate the same content. And what are the things that you have learned and you understand as per the sessions, I think 4 or 5 sessions that you attended from yesterday. So yes, anyone? Hello, hello, hello.
Sir,
Can
organize.
yes.
Okay, fine. Please continue, madam.
If you cannot speak, you can just drop a message in chat section. I will read from there. Okay, fine, no problem. I'll start with a quick introduction about the cybersecurity domain and where we're gonna lead to, right? And then we'll have some demos and I'll show some tools. So I hope I don't know is it covered or not. So I'm gonna show you some tools like Wireshark and Nmap and one or two other tools that. So tell me that is it covered till now or still left?
Sir, till now, no tools were discussed.
Oh,
No,
okay,
sir,
fine,
why
great,
shock
great.
is not being explained by any of the
No issue. Fine.
previous resource people, sir.
Speak. Fine. Fine. Okay. So, so I hope most of you are well aware about CIA triage or CIA triangle, which is we can say base of information security domain. So, CIA, that is confidentiality, integrity, ability. Besides these 3 points, there are a few other 2 or 3 points are there, like non-repudiation, then authenticity and all. So what is this? What is why these are based? Actually, if you talk about information security or cybersecurity domain, these are the basic concepts. So if we are like these are the objectives that we want to achieve. So we are achieving this objectives, then and then only. That's our target basically, to create information secure, right? So that is the whole domain based upon. So if you talk about confidentiality, so what is confidentiality? So if we are, if let's say me and you are there, and if I'm sharing some information to you, so it has to be the information has to be confidential between me and you. No third person should not be can access this information anyhow. Even you might have seen this thing in a lot of movies, or maybe in a lot of office spaces where they have this red tape, or the word is written there confidential in red color, right? So why it is that? Because the information that is there in the file should not be accessed by any other person. Then the person is authorized to access that file. So in this scenario, it's me and you. So me and you only person are the person who are able to access this file, not no one else, right? So if the content is exposed to someone, then confidentiality is compromised, right? Then integrity. So content has to be in between me and you. If content change, if whenever let's say I am sending you a message hi, and when the message reaches to you, and when you open the message, it says hello. That means the integrity of that message, integrity of the information is changed and it has been compromised. It should not be like that. It should be like integrity has to be maintained of any information. Fine. Then availability. Person who have access to this data, the data has to be available to that person 24/7 or whenever it is required, right? So availability of information has to be there whenever it is required by the user, right? These are the basic three contexts. That's what we call it as in CIA triangle. Besides that, there is another 1 or 2 points. That is, one is authentication or authenticity. So information that is sent by from my side to you, the information has to be authenticated. It has to be verified. It has to be from the appropriate person only. If I am sending you message, and in between it can happen that some random person or some, we used to call this as a man in the middle attack, right? Some third person pretending to be a me and sending you the information, right? So now authenticity is not there when you receive the data. There are some will be something else, right? Not the original authenticate data that I have sent to you, right? That is authenticity. Fourth point is non-repudiation. So if I'm sending some information to you, and when you receive that same information, fine, with all these points and all, now I'll say that I didn't share this information. Might be someone else did. So I actually, I had not repeated my context, that the information that I have said to you, send it to you. So it should not be like that. It should not be happening, right? So these are the four, 5 points, major points, which actually are the base of, I can say, foundation of cybersecurity or information security. Because in the end, whatever we are doing, we are actually trying to achieve this five major points, right? To integrate, secure our data. So why we are securing data? To achieve all these major points, right? These are the foundation of information security. Now, what kind of challenges that we are facing in the domain of cybersecurity? So there are different kind of security challenges that we might be facing. That can be a natural normal threats, as in natural calamities in the systems, and then physical security of systems. Human threats in the sense of human can be hacked very easily, can be influenced very easily with any of the points like mice, that is money, then ideology, and compromise, and you might have watched this thing in movie as well, right? So this is a basic fundamentals that actually person can be hacked, or we can say can be a threat to us. Then network threats. So network threats are actually this systems or the networks we are in, our computers are in, can be hacked very easily. So that can be also a threat. Host threats, that is host system threats. Application threats, that application can be a threat as well. Information warfare, obviously cyber attacks can happen, and then insider threat. So anyone from our system or network, let's say we have in colleges BIT, Bangalore Institute of Technology, so anyone from inside in the network, person can use the system and help hackers to get access to this network, right? So it can be an insider threat as well. Now, what are the major motives and goals that people would like to achieve? As we were saying, mice and all. So that is first, cyber threat actors usually are like cyber like national state sectors, which are focusing on, their motivation is geopolitical. Cyber criminals with some getting some profits and all. Activists with some ideology. Then terrorist groups with ideological violence and all. Then thrill seekers who want to satisfy themselves, and inside the threat to discontent the content of our network or systems. Now, what are the cyber threat landscape? So where are we can system, sorry, remote systems. Servers can be compromised very easily. Then like cloud servers, IAM servers, and database servers. I already be a threat landscape, can be acquired easily. BFSI, that is banking, financial sectors, insurance sectors, and human threat, as we discussed. Now, how it can be compromised, or what are the threat vectors? So, how it can be done? Malware. So, you know what malware is, right? Can anyone tell me what is malware, or how you can understand this? We call this file or this thing called as a malware. Anyone? Can anyone tell me what do you mean? What do you mean by malware? What do you understand that this is a malware? How do you understand? You guys can just drop a message in chat session as well. No reply? Fine. It's basically malicious software, correct. But okay, can anyone tell me the types of malware, or what kind of malware it is there in your system, or you have used, or uh, might be got infected with? Okay, fine. Yeah. So, virus, worm, Trojan, keyloggers, spywares, ransomware, all these are different types of malwares, right? So, malware is a if we if we extend the malware word, that is malicious software, as Sakshi mentioned. So, it having different properties. Phishing is not malware. We cannot say phishing is a malware. It's a type of attack, but not malware. So depends this according to the, we can say, according to the characteristics of files, and how they behave and what their, we can say, characteristics. So this is how we define that, we call them as a different type of malwares, like as I mentioned, virus, worm, Trojan, keyloggers, and all. Then ransomware. Might, I hope you might know about ransomware, which is a very famous malware from since 2015, that a lot of people are aware of after, specifically after 2017 WannaCry attack. Then people came to know what ransomware is, right? But yeah, it's a very famous threat vector these days, and because a lot of people now have been infected with ransomware. Even according to one of the reports, around 3 to 4 out of 10 people have been infected by ransomware in last 5 years. Social engineering, it's kind of an attacks. Then in that we can we can put phishing in social engineering. Then identity theft, where someone can take up your identity and do attacks or infiltrate into your system or network, or use your identity to make some money out of it, like doing cyber frauds and all. Then DDoS attacks, then APT, advanced persistent threat, then zero days attacks, then OSINT, that is open source intelligence techniques, then sniffing and scanning. Lack of awareness is an also a threat, because if you're not aware of it, so you'll surely become a victim of cybercrime anyhow. Then cloud. So even a lot of people are doing this migration from traditional servers to cloud servers these days. A lot of companies are doing that. So if they do such things, so they are first of all not aware of how to set up cloud. So cloud is a complicated things these days. People don't know how to set up, how to configure. Then they're like just setting up the cloud server, that is done. So they don't know how to configure a secure architecture, create a secure architecture of cloud server and all. So that's a biggest threat. Then web applications can be vulnerable. Around one lot of reports says that 70% of application can be hacked very easily because the web application are vulnerable. And even newer version are some vulnerabilities, and this hackers can hack into this thing. So anything, any devices, any electronic device which have wireless or Bluetooth adapters can be hacked very easily, from your smart watches to your smart car, drones, and everything. Then authentication and authorization. These are the major point about these are actually threat vectors. If you cannot authenticate and authorize your users properly, then that can be the biggest issue for you. Then attack vectors. So how you can attack any of the system or network or anything. So these are the type of attacks that we can think about in general overall. That is, operating system attacks can be done. Misconfiguration attack can be done. So operating system attack, that means operating system is vulnerable, and we can using different attack methodology, we can attack that operating system. Then misconfiguration attack means the system is not configured properly, and the system is misconfigured. That's why using this vulnerability. This is misconfiguration, also a vulnerability, because system is not configured properly. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
You guys hear me?
Yes, sir. But your screen is not shared.
Yeah, something gone wrong. So I got muted and then my screen is, I cannot share my screen. So can you make me a presenter, please?
Okay.
Okay,
Sure,
now
sir.
I
Got
can.
it, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, now you guys can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Fine. Then application level attacks. So a lot of applications are also vulnerable. So we can hack into applications. So that's why it's application level attack. Network insecurities. So networks can be compromised easily because network is usually not properly configured. So let's say if we talk about any network configured in any company or an organization like any education organization like college or something. So usually it is focused on connecting devices and communicating and all. Most of the ports, almost all the ports are open because they are like, okay, fine, this is a closed network. It won't bother it, right? People don't bother about it. Yes, when a lot of universities and a lot of colleges, they have this, they have set up proxy softwares and all, where they set up all the systems and on local networks and all, and they keep some filters that people cannot use some this and that application, something like that, but that can be bypassed very easily. Let me give an example of it. So let's say this university, XYZ University, is they have banned this application called website called Facebook.com. Fine. So Facebook.com URL is they have banned this. They put it in their system, in the network system, proxy system, that people cannot access this Facebook.com website. Right. So what we can do is to bypass that. So we can use their IP address. So this IP address is obviously any of this website is connected with IP address as per the DNS systems and all, right? So we can directly call upon this IP address of that particular open up, we can say public IP address of this website, and we can easily bypass this proxy softwares and all. It's just one way, and now it is not working because people know this kind of thing happens. So even they did that as well. Is an I just gave you an example. This is how easy it is to bypass such things. Then a lot of other things can be done, like we use some VPNs and this and that and all. So can be done. Then poor encryption. So encryption, poor encryption is there in most of the softwares or systems that we use, and they don't use SSL and all. Right. So if something like that is there, then obviously we can capture the packets. Right. So I'll show you this Vaksha tool and how to use it to and use such vulnerabilities like that for encryption vulnerabilities. Then software vulnerabilities, a lot of softwares are vulnerable to various vulnerabilities, like either it's an even your browser's add-on as well, or it might be you must be knowing about this Adobe Flash Player. This they have this by default. You have to install this Flash Player in your browser if you want to run some videos or something, because it always says that you might have seen this thing note as a notification or as a pop-up, right? But what actually it do is it helps you to run such kind of content in your browser, right? So now even this, the add-ons or this by default application that has to be there in your browser can be hacked very easily. So multiple zero-day vulnerabilities has been found by a lot of hackers and this Adobe Flash Player versions and all. And hackers can easily able to hack into your browser and get all the information from your browser. So you can understand if someone find a zero-day vulnerability and in this Adobe Flash Player, and so they can hack into every system in the world which have this browsers as an in the add-on as in the browser, any of the browser. Either it's a this Firefox, or it's in Microsoft Edge, or it's a Chrome. So it can be hacked very easily. Then weak password. So obviously weak password is an it's a basic thinking. If we talk about securing anything, if we want to secure anything, if we talk about or we can say internet infrastructure or electronics infrastructure, I would say that. So we always want to have to create some passwords and want to secure them. And how we secure it, we usually use some passwords, either securing phone or accounts or something like that, right? Or it's a basic lock and key mechanism kind of a thing, right? So you want to secure your home, you use lock and key. For securing similar your data over the internet or application or any electronic devices, you use passwords to secure them, right? But so password can be obviously a very we can say common weakness. I would say that because the password people keep that as an basis of they remember very easily. And what kind of things that remember very easily? Either it's their name, their phone number, their family names like parents' name, their date of birth, and basic things, right? So which is very common human tendency that people keep in password of. So recently, a lot of organization, as the year is ending, a lot of organization created a report of weak passwords, and you can I have seen this reports where I can see that people who cannot, it's very difficult for them to remember the password, so they kept the basic as a normal password for their accounts, like 1234567 or 1234 or admin at the rate 123 or 123 at the rate admin, similar to that in various places, either it's on the websites or accounts, phones, and everywhere, right? So these are then every year this list goes like comes into the market and people read this thing. And if I want to hack any of the system from five, I can hack into 5 out of 10 systems using this common password. If I can get at least of 100 common passwords, I think I can hack almost so 5 out of 10 systems from in the world. So you can understand how common it is, this and this weakness of password is. Then hacking methodology. So, which is very common and famous. If we talk about hacking, ethical hacking of cybersecurity domain, I would say ethical hacking, not cybersecurity. So, if you want to hack something, so these are the basic concept that you have to follow and procedure that you have to follow. I would say that these are the 5 P's. We call it as in 5 P's of hacking. One is reconnaissance. Reconnaissance is that is information gathering. If you have some target, if you want to hack something, so you have to find maximum information possible about your target, who the target is and other things like let's say I want to hack some XYZ company, right? So I have to get all the like relative or very serious I would say sensitive information about the target. Like let's say starting with even basics as well, like how many what is the what is the name of company, when it is registered, what is their website, the email addresses, phone numbers, how many employees are there, who are they, what they do, and then which kind of internet they were using, what is the name of Wi-Fi and everything, and all the basic details. Then after that, what I'll do is I'll do second phase, that is scanning. Fine. Scanning is you have to scan everything about our targets. That is, we can say scanning or enumeration as well. So what we do is we go further where we try to find out the range of IP addresses in that system or in that company, right? So how many IP addresses are there assigned to this in the network in this company? What are the IP ranges? What kind of operating system they are using? And what kind of software that they are using, which is a version of that and other things, right? These are the scanning and enumeration part that we're gonna learn today. Then gaining access. So after scanning all this thing, finding some vulnerability, finding some loopholes, using this using these loopholes and vulnerabilities, we try to access this system. We do exploitation, right? Then after hacking this thing, after getting this access to these systems and all, then we have to maintain the access. That's why because if we have access to the systems and networks and all, now we have some agenda, right? Basically every agenda, if we talk about agendas of every hackers and all, so they usually require they are doing either it's for satisfaction of themselves or making money out of it. The person who is trying to making money out of it will be taking all this data from the networking systems, right? So how they can do it? So they require some access. So after getting someone access into, let's say in any this organization, as we're talking about XYZ organization, they have 100 computers, right? So obviously they have different kind of privileges. Every computer have different kind of privileges as per the users, as per the person who is accessing this computer. Like if we talk about banks, so normal person, normal clerk to general manager, provision manager, and all this thing to the hierarchy of managing director. So obviously, according to the hierarchy, according to the hierarchy, the privileges has given to these users and all, right? So if let's say if I hack into clerk system, so if you wanna get some more data, so I have to hack into either general managers or branch manager systems, right? So how I can do that? So I have to first of all maintain my access, then privilege my access. That is called privilege escalation. So this is one kind of an hacking process only, where after getting one access, we are actually looking for another access. So we'll be privileging like getting an access in two manner. Like we can go lateral as in vertical privilege escalation, or we can go horizontal privilege escalation. Then after everything is done, after getting all this data, after exploiting data and exploitation, all this thing happen, then we have to get out of the system without knowing them that we actually hack into it, we actually penetrate in their systems. So that is covering access. That is the major five phase of hacking. This is how we do hacking and all, and then get out of the networking system and be secure safe enough from our side. Right? Obviously they are hacked, but we have to also clear our tracks and all. Right? These are the basic five phases of hacking. Now this was in general common till I think 2018 or 19. Then someone came up with this idea to expand this five phase of hacking, and they made it seven. And these are the same thing. It's just they added in between the same thing in between, and they expanded it and make it 7 points, and kept it this as in reconnaissance, weaponization, the delivery, exploitation, installation, command control, and actions on objectives. Fine. The same thing, just yes, they just extended it and given added one or two things. You can see, you can understand the same thing that we are as we discussed. Same thing happening here, right? And this is called as an cyber kill chain. Fine. So this is cyber kill chain, and I think this is given by Lockheed Martin. I think so. And yeah, so they have written this cyber kill chain, and people now follow this thing instead of the previous version. Fine. But yeah, this is cyber kill chain. Uh, okay. Fine. So let me go to now our tools. I'll show some one or two demos, and I'll give you a basic overview, and we'll left it for you to do it later in your networking system. Just give me a second. I hope you got it what I've shared already, uh, and I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so you guys can see my screen, right? Okay, so I'll show some tools that you might can use it for monitoring the networks and all, and do some investigation as well. So this is the first tool, Process Explorer. So this tool will help you a lot for various purposes. Like let's say if you want to monitor what is happening in your system, or let's say if you're doing forensics, cyber forensics, and you want to check that what kind of things that is going on, and let's say you got this hard drive of some criminal, right? And you want to check that what are the things that is going on in that particular hard drive when it was running. So you will run it in a sandbox, and when you run it, and you will see that what kind of files or process that was running when this was running before, right? So you will start the system and all, and in save zone, and then we'll check that what kind of process was running, right? Similarly, if we are talking about your system as well, so obviously your system is connected with networks and all. So you can, starting with this point, you can also check that what is going on in your networks and what is going on in your system. So this process explorer actually given list of all. So besides the we use usually this task manager, right, which only gives some application list of application running. Process explorer give all the processes that is running in your system in the front end or the back end. It will show you everything, right? So this is a very good tool. and you can use and install this tool called Process Explorer. And here you can see different processes going on right now in my system, and various files are running. So even I can analyze almost all the files, and if I want to check that this file is it what kind of file it is, where is the path and all, and does it is it a malware or what, right? So it happens that a lot of times that some random, when you visit some random websites and or something, and suddenly some files comes into your system or in a browser, installed in a browser, or as a download as well, and it's kept running in the in the backend, and you don't know actually this file is running, right? You think that it is just normal file, but actually the file is running in the background, and it process is slow down your systems and all, right? And usually this kind of files were having some malicious intentions, right? So you don't know if the file is malicious or not and all. So what you can do is install this software, and there is the option here to download or set up, as in you can set up virus total, a very well known website which actually checks that is the file is enabled, virus enabled or not, or it's a malicious file or not. So they have around 70 to 100, I think so, antivirus systems in the background. They have connected it and they updated. So when you upload this any malicious file in this virustotal.com website, so it will check for you that this file is malicious or not, right? So by default in this tool, there is an option to enable VirusTotal as an add-on, and you can actually do that. So when you do that, so here you can see here in this section. So here the VirusTotal gives you an report of it. So let's say this process svhost.exe. So this process is there. So is it virus enabled or not? So you can see 70 or 0 out of 71. That is this process is scanned by 71 antiviruses, and it is saying that 0. That means this is not a malicious file. It is normal file, right? So this is how you can understand and know that this file is malicious or not, right? A lot of other things have we can almost each and every we can say processes that is in your system can be seen here. And this all are like give you works on different port numbers and different PID process IDs given to this processes. And if you want to track down this processes, you can use PID to track down these processes. A lot of other things also there. Let me okay, so you can set up a lot of other things as well. If you wanna do an application scans, as in security vulnerability scans, you can also do that as well using different processes and all. You can suspend processes, you can kill the processes, and you can create dump of it. You can create an hash of it. And if you specifically go for DLL files and check DLL files, you can also do that as well. And yeah, this is a basic of it, fine. And yeah, so this is good enough. So that's Process Explorer software. And okay, let me fine. So next tool is Angry IP Scanner. So this tool helps you to find out all the devices or all the IP addresses that is connected in your network. It will list out everything and also show you that the IP addresses, is it what IP addresses are open or is working or not, and if there is a port open, so it will show you that if the port is open or not, and their username in the computer name, I would say that, yeah. So it will do that as well, right? So right now I am running this Angry IP Scanner, found out the number of IP addresses created or people are using, or number of users in my network. So I am connected in my private Wi-Fi. So I think there will be only one or two devices connected to this network as of now. So it will scan. Okay, you can see the IP range from 192.168.0.0.2 255. Host scan 254. That means almost all the IP addresses will scan. No host is alive, so no devices is allowed right now. But will required one. Fine. So using this Angry IP scanner, you can scan your network. If you will be in your college campus, or so if you will use this tool, so I think it will map down almost all the IP addresses that is there live in your network and connected in your network. Fine. Then using this tool, you can find the live systems and all. Now after that, what you can do is you can use this tool called Nmap. So Nmap have two different versions. One is so this is actually a Nmap. So Nmap is basically a command line argument based software, and the UI based version is Nmap. Okay, fine. So I hope you know Nmap. Anyone know about Nmap? What we can do with using Nmap? Anyone? What is Nmap? How we can use it? What we can do with Nmap? Anyone? Code scanning. Okay. What else can be done? Okay, port scanning, network mapping, open source network scanner. Okay, so you just Google it. Fine, great. Then session hijacking. Okay, voice detection. Yes, fine. So a lot of things can be done. Not just that. So there are different types of scans. You might have heard about this thing. So Nmap tool. If you don't, so let me. So you know about a three-way handshake. First of all, that's a basic of it. That's a, we can say, context on that basis. The Nmap is can be used very easily if you know the three-way handshake. Anyone? Can anyone speak of what is three-way handshake? Client server communication using TCP. Yeah. So, but can you explain it to me that how it works? I want to know the process. Okay, fine, no problem. So yes, as I think Nakamani is mentioned. So what happened is from, let's say, system one to system two. So yeah, so system one, system two, and here the system one is sending some messages. Let's say I want to send some message to system two. So before that, what happened here is, so one synchronization flag has been sent to system 2. When system 2 receives that synchronization flag, what system 2 will do is it create an acknowledgement flag, use acknowledgement flag, and send their own sync flag to system 1. What is happening here is the three-way handshake is happening here, where the system is trying to connect to system 2 and saying that, or asking that, so are you available to connect? So system 2 will say yes, I am available to connect. That's why I'm sending an acknowledgement, and also that is that I am online and would like to connect, and also sending their signature flag that are you available to connect to me? Then this system one say will send an acknowledgement to that. Right. This is the three-way handshake. Now this is the basic of it. That this is how system communicate start before actually sharing some content with any other system. They try to check that the system is enabled or not, or available or not, online or not, right? So we use TCP packets. There are a lot of TCP packets are there. There are around almost 7 to 8 type of TCP packets, which is one is this synchronization flag, then acknowledgement flag, then reset flag, then zero flag, and a lot of other flags are there, right? So now, yeah, can anyone tell me what happens when I just ping any system? Let's say you guys can also try this thing, and you can go to your command prompt where you can just ping or any IP address in your system, right? Let's say 192.168.109 and dot sorry 0.109, and you can check that the system is online or not. I'm just wrote any random IP address here. So you can also check your IP address by doing this. You can go to your command prompt and you can write ipconfig and try to find out your IP addresses, and just change one or two numbers from last number, like here from 109 to 108 or something, and try to check is the IP address is online or not. So just pinging the IP address, we actually try to check that the system is online or not, right? So in Mac, so I think it has to be ipconfig only or ifconfig. I never use Mac, so I don't even remember that. But yeah, you can try either of it, ipconfig or ifconfig. So why just pinging it? You can use it, right? You can check the system is on or not. So when I use this command, what happened here is, do you know SNMP packet? You might have learned about this thing, use this thing, that the different protocols are there, like SMTP, SNMP, then HTTP, and all these are different kind of protocols that we use, and this are in the backend, right? That we don't know how this is working, but you might have studied about this 8 layer of OSI, right? The whole thing that you might have learned in your network subject, right? So all this thing actually is fundamental. You should know the fundamental of network. That will surely help you out in hacking. That is must. I would say that it is must to do in hacking or learn cybersecurity and all. The cyber network is very must. You have to have an expertise on the network uh, topic. I would say network, yeah, networking and all. So so if you, yeah, so I was saying, yeah, if you just do ping, so it actually send an SNMP packet, that is about echo request, okay, and echo response. So when you actually uh, send or just do or use this command called ping, it actually sends an SMP packet, that is echo request. So it actually sends echo request packet to the another user system too, and you will have to if the system is running, it will give you an echo response in the return, right? Then you know that, yeah, system is running, and you can find a lot of other bits as well. Just a basic command that you might use, and it will help you a lot and find that system is running or not or not. right? So let's say ping 1.168. Yeah, before that, let me check my IP address as well. So let me run another system so we can do scan on there. Fine. So I can find my IP address, that is this. Yeah, 192.16 ping 192.168.0.109. So when you ping that, so the packet is sent and I receive the packet, and you can see send 4 packet is sent, 4 packet is received, and other details, right? So a lot of information can be found by this thing. Now, not just you can ping your system, you can ping any system, not in just your network. You can also ping IP addresses. You can also delete IP addresses, which is open public IP addresses. Even you can ping Google websites as well. Like let's say if I wanna ping google.com, so we are pinging google.com, and you can find the IP address. So we don't know the IP address, let's say, of google.com. So when I just ping google.com, so I can find the IP address of that google.com URL, and I have successfully pinged it. So you can see the send 4 packet send and 4 packet receive. That means the IP address of the google.com is up and running, right? So that means this is alive, right? So similarly, a lot of other things can be found. You can find that can be found by using various commands and scans. So for that, we should know the basic scans. So there are a lot of different kind of scans can be done using this tool called Nmap. So I'll quickly go through for 2 to 3 scans that you should be aware of. We can actually, using this tool, we can scan almost all the ports and protocol, use TCP protocol. So ports basically. So all the ports who are using TCP, so we can do an TCP scan and find all the ports which are using TCP, and that can be done using TCP scan. So uh, you have to just use directly here. See, intent scan using all TCP ports. So and you will scan it, and everything can be scanned very easily, right? I'll show you that just a second. Before that, let's uh, let me point it out. This different kind of scan. That is one scan. Then you can do an sync scan. That is to check and this scan will send a synchronization flag to the another system, and the three-way handshake happens and check that. From that, I can find out that system is alive or not, or live or not, and can be done, or scans can be done or not, right? Then there's a lot of flags are there. We can use a lot of scans, flag scans, using this the Nmap tool, right? Then besides that, besides the TCP scan, besides TCP, all those flags are there, right? So as we talk about 8 flags, so so I think urgent flag, reset flag, pin flag, then excellent flag is obviously there, and sync flag, then push flag. Fine. So these are the flags that I remember. So this all the flags can be used to do and scan of another system, right? So that can be done. Then besides that, yes, we can use also print scan as well. Also, we can use this null scan as well. Null is also a flag. Now, this can actually help us out to understand the system, that is another system or a target system, is online available, or what is happening in the system. So, and a lot of other systems can be found, details can be found, like operating system details and all, right? So I'll show you that just in a second. Yeah, so this scans can be done. Even we can also do an ICMP eco scanning. We can also do UDP scan as well. This is UDP, all the UDP ports and all. And these are the basic scan, I think. for today. We can think about it. You can also go ahead with that, right? So let's yeah, let me check the other system is running or not. We'll scan this system. Okay, the system is running. Let me do and scan again. Then it will show us the live system. Okay, there is some issue with this tool right now. I don't know. I have to update it. Also, there is some Java exception issue is there with this tool. So I have to update the Java extension, Java version, JRE version as well, and this tool as well. So if it doesn't working, so please update the tool as well as GRE because it is based on Java. So thing is there is some issue with this tool, but yeah, we can use this tool. It's a very good tool. And let me check here directly. Okay, 190.168.182.134. Okay, 134. Okay, so the system is live in VMware, and obviously it's connected to network. So I'll do a scan on this particular IP address, and there are multiple scans are there. So as I was saying, that we can use multiple different kind of scans and all. And let's say I want to scan all the TCP ports. Let me just go with basic intent scan, all right? And when I do that, so it will start running scan, and it will by default there is multiple scan commands are there, and the request will be sent to this particular IP address, and it will scan everything and give me a report here in this section, right? So this is how it can be done very easily. Just in UI base it's very easy, but if you want to do it in command line, so you have to remember the commands. So here we can see commands as well. So nmap, you have to set up the nmap first in your system. After that, you can use nmap, then space, then T4, that is for all the TCP ports and all. Then capital A, that is for all this sorry, ports and all. Then V, that is for version of operating system, and then your target, that is IP address, right? So the scan is started, so it is scanning. Let it be, and I'll show you some of the tools till the scan happen. Fine. Now using this tool, yes, a lot of other things can be done very easily. So we can do a lot of scans using this tool, and we can find a lot of issues in our target as well. Let's say this target is open. I have, like you can see here, discovered port open is 554 port is open, 135, and a lot of other ports are open in this particular IP address. That is our target. This IP address is our target. So if the port is open, you have to know that first of all which port it is and what are the protocols that has been using this port. And if the port, or let's say this port is, or this protocol is vulnerable, you can use that port and infiltrate in anyone's your target system, right? Like say, let me give an example. So you might heard about this Wanaka ransomware, right? So one Wanaka ransomware, what was happening? So there was this port and protocol that was using this SMB port, right? Protocol was using this 443, I think, port 443 or 5, I think so. I forgot it, the port number, but yes, it was vulnerable, and because this SMB protocol was using this port, by the way. So SMB protocol was vulnerable actually. So using that, this hackers came to know that for how that happened. So FBI and sorry, NSA and CIA, was using this as a zero-day vulnerability, and they create some exploits and all, and using that they were able to hack into people's systems and they were able to hack into the systems and all, and they were doing surveillance and all. So the after some, like previously in 2015 or 16, there was some, sorry, in 17 or something, there was some hack happened, data was leaked, and some hackers found that there are a lot of vulnerabilities and zero-day vulnerabilities were there, and this the CIA was using this eternal blue as an exploit to exploit into hacking into the systems and all, using this SMB vulnerability and all, right? So what they did is they used this vulnerability, and then the basis of that, on the using that as a foundation, they created this malware, sorry, ransomware, WannaCry, right? So it is that this FMB version was vulnerable. So what they did is they scan the system using such vulnerabilities. They hack into the systems and all. So how you can now do that? If you want to do that as well right now with your Nmap tool, you can do that. If someone's system is vulnerable to this vulnerability still now, right? So you have to just scan the SMB plans, SMB ports and everything, and SMB protocols, everything on the base of that, and then you can scan systems, and then you can use it to export the system. How you can do that, I'll show you. Just before that, let's see what happened with the scan. As we started the scan, we scanned almost a lot of good things. So here you can see as a report, you can see the IP address scanned and all, then scripts were used and all. Then you can see here this all this uh, sorry, ports, all this 135, 139, 445, 554, 2869, 5357, all these ports are open right now, and you can see the services that is running on the ports and what kind of version it is, right, of this particular for the services that is running, right. Then also you can see other ports and all, and you can find this using this scan. You will understand that what kind of ports and protocols has been using a service that is running in the software, in the operating system basically. And if that operating system is vulnerable, you can actually, the version of that operating system is vulnerable, you can actually find some good payload and exploit, and you can hack into the system using Metasploit framework, right? So that can be done. So here you can see a lot of other things also has been found. So MAC address of the system. So it is saying that it is a VMware enabled, right? That means the software is running in the VMware, right? The MAC address of that. Then some other device description as well. Running Windows, Microsoft Windows 8 to 8.17 phone in Vista, and then operating system details and all, everything is here. So you have to just find good vulnerability, or we can say CVE on base of this services, and you can create some good exploit or use some exploits or vulnerability, and you can hack into system directory. Right. So then let's say if you wanna have this kind of content already, let's say you have payload and exploits, and you know which ports and protocols has been using, and you want to exploit it. So how you can do that? So using Nmap only you can do that. So I'll share the commands with you. You can directly use command here, or you can you can use uh, create your profile in for the scans as well, and for to export as well. So here in this section you can create a new profile for the scans. So let me show you what it is and how it works. You can name your profile as well, as in your profile is a scan profile. Then there are a lot of good options here in this tool. So let's say if you wanna to use TCP scan, so you can add your TCP scan, a lot of other scans that you want to use. A lot of other non TCP scans are also there, so you can use that as well. Then a lot of other things based on your requirement, you can use this for the scans. If you want to just use ping scan or ping, right, you can use multiple pings. So it happens that a lot of softwares or a lot of firewalls, companies have set up the firewalls which actually not allow your ping to scan the systems. So how you can bypass that? You can use a lot of other we can say stealth scan you can be used, where the original ping is not used, but some in another manner the ping kind of, can be used, and you can scan the systems. So you can set up that from here only. Then scripts, you can use a lot of scripts. So by default there are a lot of scripts has been given in this nmap. You can update the scripts as well. You can add your own scripts as well for the scans and all. And for the target, what do you want to do? So there's a list of that as well. And the source, what you want to specifically mention, that you can do that as well, other things and timings and all, right? So it happens that for the timing purpose, which is very important and crucial, where even firewall is set up that way that if it takes more time, then it will actually block your IP address. It won't allow you to scan the system in our network, right? So that is also important. So on your requirement, you can set up this your own scan. So I have used a lot of scans. I have created some this SMB scan for scanning the SMB vulnerabilities, as well as check that the software or operating system or the system in the network is vulnerable to this SMB. The 0-day one, sorry, this WannaCry one, the eternal blue I was talking about, it is vulnerable to that or not. Then if it is there, then I can directly hack into it. How I can do that? So I have this created command. So this is actually, we can say, context or syntax. So you can use nmap, then hyphen script. So whichever the scripts that you want to run, you can use it. Then uh, this is basically I use for Heartbleed. So there was another vulnerability that was Heartbleed attack. So in Heartbleed attack, the vulnerability was that the SSL version, the SSL version 1 or 2, I think the older version of SSL was vulnerable. And using that, you can actually hack into any application, any network, and you can upload your exploits and all, and you can get a remote access to their systems and everything. So for that, I was using this scripts. The same script syntax is same for anything, whatever you want to do. So just hyphen use your script name, whatever the script name is that you uploaded in the nmap. Then the script name, then exploit, then SSL hyphen Heartbleed, then port number, which port number you want to exploit. So in that particular session, because it was SSL, so 443, and then whatever the target your is, the IP address or domain name that you want to hack it. This is a syntax that can be used. I'll copy paste this thing and put it here. So syntax can be used to exploit vulnerabilities using nmap tool only. So it is very much good enough for nmap. Using nmap tool, you can do that as well. Fine. So this is one tool. Let me. I hope you got it what I have shared. And this is just basic overview. We can do a lot of stuff. Even you can directly just give me a second. Directly scan google.com as well. Let's say even you can scan anything, not just in your network, out of network as well. You can do that. Just I want to do a small scan, not whole scan. It will take too much time. So I'm just tracking out a route between from my system to the google.com, and it will start scanning. It has started scanning. So here the scan is done. So from my system, from my network to the IP address or the domain of the google.com, there are different IP address to the system nmap scan, right? So here you can see a static.geo.com. So uh, that what I assume is this Wi-Fi that I am using is geo based, right? So I'm not at my place. I don't know actually it's geo or not, but that's what I think of, that as it is saying the domain name. That means the Wi-Fi is based on Geo. The Geo company is provided this Wi-Fi, and if you wanna look into some good uh, UI manner, as an interactive manner, so you can see the hope from my system to localhost to Wi-Fi browser, and then network to in the end last google.com, right? So you can see the all the hopes and all, right? All the hops and nodes in the network to from my system to the google.com. So a lot of other kind of scans can be done. It's very good enough to you to get started with to for network scannings and all. And also this using this tool, you can exploit a lot of vulnerabilities. Fine. So let's see another tool. So I hope you know what Wireshark is and how you can use Wireshark. Can anyone tell me what is Wireshark, how or why we can use it? What is the reason behind? Okay, packet analysis. What kind of things that we can find using Wireshark tool? So yeah, so what we can do is using packet analysis, a lot of things can be done. So here you can see I just started the scan and a lot of multiple packet requests that actually the packets that is going from my system or from my network, actually not the system, from my system, from inside out, right? Whatever going in, whatever going out, all the packets has been captured using this Wireshark tool. So this is a very effective tool, I would say, that for network monitoring and checking that who is there and what they are doing and everything. Almost everything we can do then using this Wireshark tool. So here you can see, as I mentioned, I have only one or two tools on one or two systems connected in this Wi-Fi only. So you can see only this IP address, which is mine only, and I another access this VMware, but there is nothing going on VMware. That's why you know the IP address is, we cannot see the IP address. Only packet that is going from my system to the net to the internet and coming from internet, that has only been seen here. So let's say someone in our network, okay, use website xyz.com website, or let's say facebook.com website, right? So we can actually capture that as well. And let's say I want to filter that out. So I didn't okay, let me check. I didn't use any website or something. That's why it is not showing this packets. Update. Fine. So I'll try to run some websites and it will capture that packet as well, obviously. And then we can scan that, check that particular packets as well. Okay. Let's say, please, sorry. Let's say facebook.com and or something else like journal. Some other websites where, let's say, this is good enough, I think so. Let me check the packets that has been captured or not. Okay, so we can see a lot of HTTP packets. When we did it first time, so there was no HTTP packets, but so this is actually a filter section. Whichever the packet you want to look for, you can look for here. So right now I just wanted some HTTP packets to see this to analyze. That's why I use HTTP packet. Sorry, HTTP route filter. If you wanna use or filter any of it, any of the things from your network packets that you have received or sent, so you can actually check, look out here, right? So you can use any of this as a source IP address, or you can use different kind of filters. You want to source specify all the packets that you capture or use, that can be done, like filter can be used for specifically source or destination or protocols. You can do that, right? So let's say in this scenario I want to just filter out the HTTP packets. So here you can see the HTTP request went from this IP address to this destination, right? Now the packet request is here. We can analyze the packets here. So the HTTP, you know about basic HTTP request and response scenario, right? So this is a HTTP request that went from that browser to the internet, but we have captured in our Wireshark tool, and we can read everything that is there in this HTTP request. Fine. So here basic, this is basic request of from browser to the IP address or this website. So you can check that as well. And so here you can see there is even which visit URL got visited using this request. You can also check that as well. Obviously it is will be there in the request. Let's say someone is in your network, someone is there in your network and try to access some website, let's say xyz.com website, right? And you enter username and password, right? So obviously that will also send to the server of that website, and it will carry username password, obviously, right? So if the website is not SSL enabled, right, the website doesn't have an SSL, then obviously this username and password that will be there in that this request, HTTP request, won't it will be clearly visible, right? Obviously it is not encrypted because there is no SSL, so it's clearly visible, and you can actually get that username and password directly here in this section as well, and here as well. All right, here isn't, this is a request only, but you can find the details here, and you can get the username and passwords here only in this section. So it's that easy. If the communication is not secure, the poor encryption is there, then we can easily get the username, password, and everything from the HTTP request as well. Even let's say we cannot get the username password, but when the request sent to the server, and it is usually for, like, let's say username password is there and you connect to the system, obviously a session has been created. So you can also capture the session cookie from here in this packet request as well. So let me stop this thing. So can be captured here using Wireshark. We can clearly see the cookies here whenever, let's say, even yeah, if you wanna just look for the cookies. So yeah, there is no cookie generated because I didn't use username, password, or access any system. But yes, when you use this filter http.cookie, that means a session has been created or cookie has been generated, and some web browser and some web using when someone is accessing the website and all, and you can capture the packet as well here as well, and you can then analyze the packet, and you can get the session cookie, and you can, using that session cookie, you can copy paste the session cookie and run the same cookie in your browser, and then you can actually do a session hijacking attack. So this can be done very easily. Capture the cookie, capture the session cookie, copy paste the session cookie, sorry, and then insert it in your browser, let's say here, and I have a lot of tools that I can use to insert the cookie, and cookie injector scripts are also there, and add-ons are also there. Let me check add-ons. Okay, I removed it, but yeah, cookie injector, cookie edit is also a good add-on for your browser that you can use it. Copy paste the cookie quick manager, add the cookie here, and voila, you can access someone else's account in your browser as well. So that is called session hijacking. This is how you can use such tools to exploit users in your network, and basic network hacking can be done. Session hijacking, network hacking can be done using in network, like session hijacking and all. Fine. So a lot of good other features are there of this particular tool. Then I don't think so I have enough time, but I'll quickly go through a few things. So that's me. Filter is the best thing. So you should know filter, how it has been used and other things. Then I think it's good enough for you to understand. Yes, you can on the basis of this I would say that ports and protocol, the color is given to this request as well. So even you want to change the colors and all, you can do that to understand better. Display filters, display apply, you can filter as well here directly from the scan. Then you can enable if the protocol is not enabled for the scans, you can enable that from this section. And you can, yeah, so you can, using this resolved address, you can find how many addresses resolved from the network on the requests. Then protocol hierarchy, you can see, then endpoints, IO graphics, input output graphics. So you can see number of request signed where and what and all. So good representation is there. And color coding is also good option for like requests and all. What else? Also, you can not just Wi-Fi, you can also scan or capture the packets from wireless Bluetooth devices as well, and a lot of other devices. Fine. So there are a lot of things, but I'm not getting anything in my mind right now, as I have a time constraint. But yeah, a lot of you can. I think yeah, this is color packets plus says that I was saying. So you can actually do that, and for easily understand that which package which color coding. So HTTP package will be in this color, green color. You can change the coloring rules and all. Fine. So I think Warshak is a good tool. I'll quickly show you one or two tools as well, which will be very helpful for you for network exploitation and all. Okay, network miner. Okay, network miner is a good tool that you can use to mine the whole network. As we saw, the IP addresses and all that can be get it from this Angry IP scanner. But if you wanna directly use or find out that how many IP addresses systems are connected in your device and actually mine the whole network. That's why the tool given name as a network miner. So you can mine the whole network and find almost everything that is there going on in your network. Even you can, oh sorry, yeah. So you can actually capture almost everything using this tool, network miner. So see the IP addresses that is running or connected in this network, and what is that and what is happening in that particular device as well. Everything is can be known from IP address, MAC address, almost operating system and everything. So here you can see this IP address, this IP address. So 192.168.109. So that the host is Windows operating system ports and protocol that is running on, like going on and working. And also you can see this 192.168.0.108, that is Android phone. So Android phone is also connected in the network. All right. So this kind of things can be done. Now we can actually find out a lot of things using this network miner tool. So we can also this tool will capture a lot of good amount of files from the network as well, and images as well. You're going to send. Obviously, it will be encrypted, but yes, images, messages, credentials used when we were doing network mining or the scanner is going on. So if someone used username and password, so it can be also captured by this tool as well. Session has been created. Everything is sorry. Everything can be monitored from here as well. DNS websites that has been accessed, then parameters that has been used, different. All this thing can be captured and analyzed. Can be analyzed using this network miner tool. It is a good tool. Please go and visit, download, install, setup, and try to get a hands-on on this tool. Okay, and so let's say if we have a target and all, and we want to hack that target and exploit something, we want to do exploitation and all. Just give me a second. I want to just, I hope I'll take not more than 2 to 5 minutes. Okay, just give me a second.
Okay, so this tool is Nessus, which is a very good tool for network enumeration, network pen testing, and all. So you can use Nessus tool. The you have to just you know the IP address. If you know the IP address, just start a scan, and just what kind of scan you want to do it. Everything is there. This is a free version. In paid version, there are a lot of good things. Good things are there. So, but you can do a lot of stuff using this tool. So you can set up, let's say, even just normal scan. You should know. You have to just enter all the names and details, basic things, and then target, right? So what is your target? So as in this scenario, you also use public IP addresses as well. Someone, let's say you are there in your city somewhere, and if I know your IP address, I can use that IP address, public IP address, okay, and do the scans that as well, right? So we can also scan websites and all, everything, networks, and almost everything. When you click this thing and when you like submit this thing, and will start scanning whatever you want to scan, right? So what kind of scans can be done? So just as host discovery can be done, basic network scan can be done. Few things we already saw in advanced scans can be also done. When you want to scan the malwares in the systems, can be done very easily. Web application pen testing scans, basic scans, not advanced thing. But yes, we can also do that as well, and some other type of scans as well. We can be done fine using this tool. So I think I am my time is over. But next, surely, if we have some another workshop on security pen testing and all, we'll show you this Nessus tool and some other web application pen testing as well, and we'll see some live demo or something. Fine. So I think that's it from my side. So yeah, over to you, sir, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you everyone for listening to me, and I hope you like the content and all. If you want some, if you can give me some suggestions, that will be great. If you want some another demo or something, so you can also follow me and just give me a second. I'll share my contact details. You can reach out to me directly. So we do a lot of events actually. So we have a community called uh, the Hackers Meetup community, which is a technical cybersecurity community. So you can actually follow us, reach out to us, and we'll surely help you out to learn a lot of things. So all these events are actually open for all, free for all, and we are non-profit foundation. So you can attend these events on regular basis, and it will be very helpful for you too as well to understand on the cybersecurity things and all. And just give me a second. I'll share my screen again. So yeah, these are my contact details. You can reach out to me on my email address. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere. I have a same handle, that is Viral Parmar Hacker, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can search me out. There is my contact number as well, 8980802222. So if you need any help, if you you know I hope so you not to become a victim of cybercrime, but if you become a victim of cybercrime, if you need any help, so I have good contacts everywhere around India, and cyber police stations and cyber cell, so I surely help you out there as well. And if you want some guidance on career in cybersecurity, surely I will help you out. And if you want to learn and understand and want to join our initiatives like Hackers Meetup, which is a technical cybersecurity community, we have a chapter in almost 15 plus cities in India, and 4 to 5 cities across world, in USA, UK, Dubai, and all. And we also have chapter in Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. And yeah, you guys can attend these events and all. Also, we have an cyber awareness, basic non-technical cyber awareness initiative called Logout Cyber Awareness event. We also did recently in October only, we did plus 60 plus events whole month, and we are still doing a lot of cyber awareness events that you guys can also join or attend, or even volunteer for that initiatives. Fine. So yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you everyone. Thank you for listening to me. Have a good day. Take care. Bye bye. Sorry, if you guys have any question, you can drop a questions here, or ping me later on, not an issue. But still, I'm here only for 2 to 5 minutes. If you want to have any question, ask me questions. I'm here.
Okay, I suppose there are no questions either in the chat box or if the participant, okay, fine. There is one, sir.
Yeah, there are multiple certification programs there on ethical hacking and cybersecurity, sir. Depends on what objective that you want to achieve. Because in cybersecurity, there has been different domains. Like if you want to just do a certification for ethical hackings, there are like OSCP and all certification from offensive security. Then if you want to do a certification for compliance, so there are yes ISO 27001 and other certifications are there like HIPAA compliance and all. PCDISSL. And if you want to take up some management certification in cybersecurity, that is also essential and important to get a good amount of a good job in big company. So CISA, CISA, CISM, CISA, CISM, and CISSP. There is good certification programs are there that you can opt for.
Okay, I suppose. Thank you very much, sir. Viral Parmar, sir. You are very much true to your motto: no hacking, but no hacking. Right. It was a very interesting session. And in fact, following it up in the afternoon session, we have two more sessions on the open sources on hacking. Your talk is a precursor for the participant to look forward for those of the two sessions in the afternoon. And from the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, as well as from the Institute, we would like to thank you very much for your time and effort. Thank you very much, sir. We'll look forward for more of an interaction with you in days to come.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, dear participants, the feedback link has been posted in the chat box. Please see to it you fill up the Google form for the feedback, and it will be meeting will be open for another 3 or 4 minutes, and we are going to close it. And as per the schedule, we shall have the third session beginning at 1:45, and we shall have a lunch break till then. Thank you.
Sir, where is the link, sir? In the chat box, sir? It is, I'm not able to find.
Madam, I'm going to repost it again. It has all been already posted.
Okay, okay, sir.
Did you get it now?